Hi, my name's Paul Emerson. I'm the worship pastor at Hill Country Bible Church Southwest. I'm also the front man for a local band here in Austin called the Still Point Band. As we've been talking about just the struggles of life and our faith in who God is, one of the questions that may arise is because my struggles are so great, or because the challenges that I face daily are so huge and so overwhelming, how do I even begin to go to God? How do I turn to Him, and what practically could I do to see His provision, to see Him show up, and to ask for help? And for me and my story with my mom, who was a single mom with 6 kids, coming to Austin and having never had a job and really struggling through just life, what I saw in her was that she would, first and foremost, she would just pray. Her faith led her to God, and a lot of times there was no other place for her to turn, seemingly. And as she prayed, I could see that God would open up opportunities for her, that He would lead her to relationships with individuals. He would point her towards organizations that had already sought God and trying to understand how they might help people just like my mom. And as she found those relationships and people who knew the truth of who Jesus was, and who understood why it was important to help a single mom, and as she found those people, she found God's provision. She found His ability to help in any situation that she came across. And a lot of times, whether it was through a food bank or whether it was through a church or a pastor who would come and speak truth into her life or show the love of Jesus to her children, there was always provision, primarily through the relationships that she had, and those were ordained. They were brought about by God, who, through again His provision, led her to people who could help. And part of that, and I know that a lot of times it seems like all we can do is pray, but that God is faithful, that He answers those prayers, and more often than not, it's through a relationship. It's through a contact with somebody, and these days it may very well be through this website. It may be through something that you've seen on a flyer, or through someone else that has pointed you to this website, that you would find again God's provision, or an organization that might be able to help you specifically with the need that you have.